This is the first battery which can be safely put in our homes. So can we finally have our lives battery powered? And maybe because this battery is so attractive and so new, maybe that's why we have not only advantages but some misunderstandings too. First, this is 1 kilowatt hour because this is 314 amp hours and 3.2 volts because this is one cell. This is 6 cells, 2 volts each. This is 100 amp hours, 12 volts. This can be used as it is, which was used in my car. This needs 3 other cells to replace this, but they won't be equal. This will be 1.2 kilowatt hours, and this is 6 times more usable energy. Because this battery, apart from being clean, almost eternal, you can use it for 25 years every day, and it will still have 80% of original capacity. But what's most important, you can use all energy you stored here. Because in lead acid, we've got this evil Puckert effect. What does it mean? If we want to draw current from this battery, which means we want to use it, use energy which we stored here. Even if we want only 1 kilowatt from inverter, this means we have to draw from here 100 amps. And after this is 1C current. 1C means within 1 hour we will draw it to 0. It will be much faster because when you exceed 0.5 C, you will receive only 60% of energy. Which means if here is 1.2 kilowatt hours, if we would want this battery to supply 1 kilowatt of energy, this would work for about 40 minutes only. The rest of energy will be used to heat the battery itself, which means off-gassing, but also battery degradation. So this was never a good solution, but it was cheapest. Now, these batteries are 2 times cheaper than cheapest lead-acid battery. So, get lost. Also, this battery was extremely heavy. Now, we have 4 times more energy, and this is... So, every kilowatt hour in LFP batteries is 5.6 kilograms. And together, 4 of them, it's 23.7, which is almost the same as 1 kilowatt hour in lead acid battery. So, 4 times the storage and almost the same weight. But first question, it's only 3.2 volts. And the answer is, that's great. Because you see, we can easily use old type inverters to build really powerful energy systems. You see, this is 4 kilowatt hours. 8 of them is 8 kilowatt hours 24 volt system. 16 of them is 16 kilowatt hours 48 volt system. This is 51.2, but we will talk about it later. So for $220, we receive 4 kilowatt hours. So how to use it? First, we will need to build from it battery, which means if each cell is 3.2, we will connect them serial, which is plus to minus, minus to plus, plus to minus, just like in standard lead-acid battery, to receive 12.8. Why this is very good for our 12-volt systems? Because charging voltage stays the same, 14.4. And that saves us from any additional costs. First step, if we want to build 12-volt battery from it, is to equalize each cells. Because in serial connection, all of them, each one of them, will receive the same charge. But if we will start with different voltage levels, after adding exactly the same charge to each, we will have very different voltage levels again. So first we connect each plus to each plus, each minus to each minus. Let's check voltage first. 3289, 3289, 3288, 3289. We need to be sure we are always doing right things, so procedures are important. Now, after a few seconds, we've got this equalized, and I will use this. Wait a while, I will show you that these batteries are connected, yes, and they've got the same voltage, 329, because that depends how good contact is, but 3289. Now, we will talk, and one of these batteries will go through experiment. Because this is new and awesome technology, there are a few superstitions. First, compressing the batteries, which is stupid and we can prove it very easily. You know what this is? This is safety valve, which means that if this battery would go through gassing, it will disconnect itself just like that. No compression is necessary, and I will show you just in seconds with this fourth battery why this is even bad idea. Because there is a second stupid idea which is connected to this. And this is equalization of these batteries. You know, with these old lead acid batteries, you've got 6 cells, you never equalize them, and they work for like 10 years, 20 years, no equalization at all. Why? Why people say it's necessary here? Because of one very important property of these cells. I put it outside for a few minutes to show you a very important thing. You see the difference in voltage? This is 4 kilos of battery, and it was in the sun for what? 5 minutes less. And that's why compressing is wrong and BMS is wrong. Let me explain. And Chinese know it. That's why they build blade battery. And we can do the same. You see, what's going on when we charge our battery and it's built like this and it's even compressed? What's going on? These batteries, they've got 3 walls to radiate heat. This also 3 walls to radiate heat. And this one, only these 2 small walls to radiate heat. And they even gain heat from this one. So what does it mean? That temperature in each of them will be different. When the temperature will be different, what will be with the voltage? It's called positive voltage temperature characteristics. Means the higher the temperature, the higher the voltage. Which we saw here. It was exactly equalized battery, but after temperature rose, I don't know, 1-2 degrees, the voltage changed. And if we would have BMS here with equalizer, this would try to equalize voltage. What does it mean? That they've got the same. What would it do? It would lower charge of this cell to equalize voltage. So Chinese built blade battery. So Chinese knew about it and they built blade battery, which means battery where they not exactly, cells are not exactly touching each other. Why? Convection. Heated air rises. So we have passive cooling. How to do it here? Very easily. Look, these are the bus bars and they enable us, I don't know, 5 millimeters, let me check. So we can make 5 millimeters gap between batteries and convection will cool them. How to do it? Very important thing is to disable battery from moving itself, because if it starts to move, first we will lose electrical contact, but what is even worse, we can lose these screws at all. Also, when you screw in it, don't use too much force. The best use electric screwdriver. But what we will gonna do? First, in these batteries, negative and positive clearly marked. If we would want to build 12-volt battery from this, we would need positive, negative, positive, negative. And they will be connected like this. Let me check. Here, here, and here. And let me show you the voltage of whole battery now. I will do it Hollywood style. Okay. So, when we want them to be connected and also to have gap, tape, double-sided tape to the rescue, because now we can do it like this. Here, gap is too small because I couldn't buy better tape. I'm in Portugal now, so it's like, yeah, non-existent here. This is the cheapest supermarket one. But still, it holds batteries together. It allows them to... It holds batteries together. It allows them to cool themselves. And also, even if you would like to have BMS, it would prevent the BMS from spoiling our batteries. And also, because why do I hate BMS that much? This is 4 kilowatt hours. This is really huge energy. Standard home uses like 20 kilowatt hours per day for whole home per 24 hours, yeah? What does it mean? And where is the problem? Because most cheap BMS, they are restricted to 100 amps. If we were to draw 100 amps from this battery, we will have power, available power for us, only 1 kilowatt, which is not even enough to make coffee. That's why with this setup, without any BMS, if you would want to use it with really cheap inverter, you have 2.2 kilowatts of power. If you will have BMS here, you would have only 1.2 kilowatts. And also you need to pay like $40 or $50, which is the same price as another battery. We have solved energy storage for RVs. If you are interested in systems for homes, the next video. And your batteries will work 10,000 cycles, which means 30 years. So maybe this is the last batteries you will ever buy. Link to the batteries under the video.